So welcome to day 2 of this beautiful, beautiful session. I will just open the chat box as well so I can see that 1 second. Hopefully you can still see the screen. I'm hoping there is no issues there. We're going to start diving straight into our subject, okay? So the first lesson in class 3, welcome to class 3 and 4. I'm sure you already know we are dealing with those two classes today. And so the first lesson we will be touching is Captain Fantastic. How many of you have already read this lesson? And if you haven't, it's okay. Do you want to have a wild guess who this lesson is about? Put it in the chat box. Or what it is about. How do you? Football, amazing. Somebody's already read Sunil Chetri. Ayyo, my amazing teachers have read the books already. So you know. Physical, very smart. Jayshriji, yes, it is about physical activity. In next 40 minutes, you're stuck about the physical world, okay? Lovely. Aarti, Rani and all of this, very nice. I'm glad you're saying it. It's about Sunil Chetri. For those of you who don't know, do you know who Sunil Chetri is? Any idea? Yes, who? Sunil Chetri. Captain of what? This answer. About football. Indian football team. Thank you. HP. I know your name is not HP. Thank you. He is the captain of the Indian football team. Okay, he's an amazing young man. I love this. Anukulanji says he was the Virat Kohli of football. Yes, he is quite literally that. He's an amazing, amazing young man, great vision, and comes from a very humble background. This is essentially what the lesson. It's Harsha. Sorry, Harsha. This is all about. I will tell you his story in short form for those of you who don't know Sunil Chetri. I'll tell you in a second. But I was thinking how we could start off this lesson. It's anyway about football. It's about physical activity, physical development. So we don't want to make it too lecture style with the class. So I was thinking how you could start the class was you can stand as a teacher in the middle. I'm hoping it's a 4 arrangement, where the children are in each corner. You can bring them out of the desk, maybe choose 5 children depending on the arrangement. And then as a teacher, you can throw it to one child and they throw it back to you. Take a ball, sorry, I meant like throw the ball and they bring it back to you. Like this, you can play with each of the children and then ask them how they feel. They'll be like, yeah, it was fun. Thank you, miss, blah, blah. Then after that, what you can do is get them to form a team. Okay, and then the goal is the ball should pass everybody's hand in the team. So they have to throw it to each other, but everybody has to hold the ball at least once. And you have to make sure you touch everybody's hand in under, say, 1 minute or 30 seconds. Whatever time limit you see is fair. If you're seeing that they're already reaching it in 2 minutes, cut it down, make it shorter, and see what they come up with. At the end of both of this, ask them what they enjoyed most. Was it the single play game that was me, a teacher with one student, or did they enjoy the game where everybody was playing together? What do you think the answer will be? What would you have enjoyed? Would you have enjoyed the single game or playing with everyone? Team game. Everybody is absolutely right. We would have all enjoyed playing together. And if you think about it, right, I'll give you another example for you to make sense of this thing. This is essentially about learning to play together. I know all of you sometimes find exercise very intimidating. How about I said from tomorrow, you and your best friend can go walking every day together. Maybe, okay, if you can't think of a best friend, think of you and your school friends creating a walking group. Every morning they will be near your house at 6 o'clock and you can go walking together. Would that be more fun to do? Or would you enjoy it if I said tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock onwards, you have to wake up and go for a walk? You would prefer to do it with everyone, correct? With the friends. So anything when done together is always a lot more fun. And that is a very essential concept that we want to convey through this game. And so you do this first with an activity, so they're starting to move. Others, for the rest of the class, they're normally sitting together. And then the first question you might ask is, so Rohini, what's so great about team sports? As you already know, you yourself enjoy doing it together with somebody else. But the beauty of team sports is as children, especially young children, in our society, we sort of like shield them so much from failure. Okay, they should never understand failure. They should always see that's why we have our participation certificates that is everywhere. I mean, it's good, but sometimes we shield them a bit too much. Sometimes the network issue is there. Is the voice clear? Swamiji, any Should I switch
It's
networks?
clear now.
It's clear.
It's
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So we shield children from failure is what I was saying, and sports help them get comfortable with losing. It teaches them perseverance. It teaches them stronger relationships with each other. This is very, very superficial, and it teaches them to put somebody else ahead of themselves. So sports teaches us all of these things, and I hope you communicate all of these things as well as you tell Sunil Chetriji's story. He's an amazing story. I will share it with you in a second. The picture is coming up. Um, so this is the story. I've just taken a picture straight out of the book. It is the first lesson in class 3 physical development is about Captain Fantastic. And he has scored more number of goals than Messi, who is considered the greatest footballer in the world, and is considered almost on equal or on par, and some people even say better than Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. His mother was into sports and so was his father, and that's how he entered this. And this playing this football in India, football was not very big. Thanks to him, it has become really, really big. And with the football, he got really muscular, really strong. And he also developed really, really good habits. He went on a good diet. He practiced every single morning. He stopped eating sugar, okay? Avoided distractions such as social media and parties and so on. And I'm sure you've heard of PV Sindhu. Yes, yeah, hard work, absolutely. Sindhu also followed pretty much the same regime. And you can say how, sports stars actually have to sacrifice so much to become so great they are. And anything we do when we work together to something great, this is the normal changes that happen to everyone. So, how this is what team games does to all of us. And so you might think, okay, Rohini, the story is great. I understand why team sports is great. How do I teach this to a child? And this is another activity that I have. Make physical development based as you can, so it's fun for the children. Okay, what you can do is, say you're sitting at your desk, children are there, put a point in one corner of the class. Okay, one point. And what you can do is tell the children, so say I'm the child, I have to touch that point far away, not with my hands, but somehow. And they might throw bottles, let them be a little bit naughty, it's fine, but they will never find the mark. So you say, okay, fine. You can't touch it like this on your own. And once is a fluke, but to do it consistently is hard. I will give you the option of working together. So say 10 people form a team, and now without moving from without using your hands to touch that point, you can use anything else. You can arrange something to reach that spot without moving from your desks. You can touch. They will put like books together and push it there with many, many things or scale. And, you give them the creativity, they will form like one long line to touch that point. So you can say that, see, on our own, things are sometimes harder, but you can notice when we did it together, even the most difficult task becomes easy, and it's more fun when you do it together. So this is what happens when we work in team sports. We get fit together. We learn the spirit of giving and taking, and you can also bring into this alignment, asking them in PT period, do you like playing alone, standing in one corner and playing, or do you like playing with your friends? Everyone wants to play with friends. And so these are some other ways that you can convey the same point after telling the story as to why it's important to work together. Sunil Chatri's story is already in the book. If you want, there is a video. I won't go into it today. It's this video. I will share the link with you as well fairly soon. It's a 1 minute video, and it's just like a happy birthday thing somebody had made to Sunil Chetri and all the goals he has made and how many things he has done in his time. So essentially, the very objective is that they should know to appreciate sports. They must love sports, and they must understand that sports is a fun way to get fit. They must feel excited. So by the end of it, you should feel excited to play. And this feeling will only happen when you give it to them in these small, small activities that we do. And what do? You must, by the end of the class, and encourage them to play at least one team sport together. Okay, so maybe like you can have the sports teacher at the end of the class and say, would you like to sign up to this team or that team, and create something like that where they're involved in it. There's a lot of children now trying to sit back and not be part of it. Okay, so this is lesson 1. I will share the link, Jan. We'll finish the thing so it doesn't get lost in all the comments. No, at the end of it, I'll share the link to you at the end of my presentation. It's very kuti. It's like a 30. Kuti means small, by the way. A small video that you can share at any point of time in your school. So this brings us to end of lesson. Class arrangement, I said, was mostly space in the middle of the classroom so they can play like this. Or if you want, you go down and play it in your auditorium as well, or wherever you have your auditorium. Just make sure they're not getting hurt with the desks. Okay. So this is what you can do. Objectives is sports is fun. Working together makes us better physically, mentally, emotionally. This is essentially like your little rhyme. Working together makes us better physically, mentally, emotionally. So let them play together. End of lesson 1. Are we clear? Any doubts so far? No? Looks like all are looking good. You can tell me a thumbs down, thumbs up is also fine. I'm looking at your videos. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, Sherry. Let us go to the next lesson. Okay. Next lesson is to fast a difficult challenge. Whoever has read, you can, if you want, you can give a clue. But what do you think this lesson is about? The clue is in the second word. What do you think it's about? Time. Okay. Any other thoughts? Monkeys fasting. Aarti has read Prema Ma diet. Super. Brilliant. Not having food. No, please eat. I am not suggesting you should not eat. Okay. We are going into this lesson. So I'm so glad Harsha ji brought this up. Good food, yes. At the end of this lesson, and also when you teach the children, avoid temptations. Perfect. I don't want you to shame food. Food is not a bad thing. We should not make it shameful. It's just a way of classification to do what is good for us. Right? Everything in moderation, and that is essentially what this is. This lesson is about healthy food, nutrition, and about fasting and avoiding temptations. I'll take you through it, okay? This is a very nice picture that I found. It's called End Stomach Abuse and Eat Better. How many of us really follow this? When we see the cake and then you see a salad, what are you most likely going to go towards? Truthfully. Kumari ji is saying healthy food. Salad. Oh, amazing. Some of you doing lot. I will also go to the cake only 99% because it looks so tempting. And this is, it's nice to be honest because this is what you children are facing. They are getting all sorts of processed packaged food all the time. And then on the other side, you keep something healthy and you tell this is healthy, this is good. They'll be like, very nice. You eat the healthy thing, I will eat the tasty thing. This is what they will most likely say. But the thing is, we're going to go into the science of it so that they understand why this self-control is important. Somebody saying wheat rotis and all, this is nice in theory. In practice, one day you come home, we will see if this happens. Okay. So story is like this. I'm telling you in very short. You will read the book so you will know if you haven't read it. One sage was sitting on under a tree and he looked very happy. Monkey was noticing him for 3 days. Monkey came and asked, how is it you're so happy like this? So the sage or this man says, you fast for 1 day and then I will tell you. So monkey says, okay, this is very possible. I can definitely fast. So then the day comes, monkey decides he's going to go on a fast and he will go and sit, he'll be in a banana farm. He'll come and sit on the floor and he will be quietly observing everything. By the end, as the sun is going down, at the end of the day, monkey will be, anyway, whole day I have been on the floor. I will go and sit near the banana trees and see how it is. It's nice to look at the banana. I'm not eating it, but I'm just sitting there. Then he'll be like, oh, tree is nice. Maybe I'll sit closer to the banana. So he'll go inching closer and he'll go sitting near the banana. And he's like, I'm not eating it, but I will take one banana and look at all the spots on it, how beautiful it is. And then anyway, I'm not eating it now. Then he'll say, okay, I will smell the banana. So nice, no, so nice. God is such a great creator. How nice is the banana? Then he'll say, okay, I'll open it and just look what it is like inside. Imagine if I forget in one day what the banana will look like. So he opens it. Finally, he's like, anyway, fast is almost over. I will take putty bite. Nobody will know. Then I'll close it and keep. And then he'll take the bite. And by the end, he would have finished eating the whole banana. Okay, this is only the story. And the main line is here. This line here, I'm hoping you can see my cursor. How can you avoid bananas? By sitting in a banana grove, holding the bananas and even smelling them. To conquer temptation, avoid the situation. Advise the wise sadhu. And this is story for all of us. If your house is only filled with chips and burger and pizza and chocolate, it is impossible. It is very hard. The human mind likes these things. So you got to learn to just keep them away from you, so it's away from your sight, line of sight. So then it's easy to avoid it. The craving doesn't come so fast and so furious as it normally does. And that's essentially what this lesson is about. So the objective is you must understand that what you eat matters. Yeah, all of you are, some of you I see here, Kali, Jaya, and Kali, Jaya, and Poonam and all. Um, Oh, no problem. You are all saying that you like the healthy food, which is great. But I want you to think of not only what you eat, but how you eat it. As teachers, I'm sure all of you are, when you're in school, maybe not at home, busy rushing your lunch. Correct? Do we have time to chew it? And then the second thing to think is how you're eating and where you're eating, what time you're eating. Imagine if you start eating lunch at 4 o'clock. In your own bodies, you know that does not feel good. And children sometimes do this, no, they eat too much too fast, or they're eating too erratically, or they're eating the wrong things at the wrong period of time. I've heard of children eating like cake and biscuits for breakfast because the school bus is here. So these are things we must awaken them to, not shame them, awaken them to. So what is the feeling you want them to do? Like they are equipped to handle temptation. Temptation means any choice. The choice comes to them, they're able to choose wisely. And what should they do? This is important, that you follow the 80% rule. Very hard it is to be 100% healthy all the time. Truthfully, mommy promise, I will tell you, even for me, it is very hard. It is what we are aiming to, but you must give them the rule 80% healthy. Otherwise, that becomes another obsession. Oh, I didn't do this. Yesterday I ate cake. Okay, now I have to run for 100 miles. It's not like that. 80% of the time, aim to be healthy. And that is essentially what you want to teach through this lesson. There's this lovely quote that I get from Ayurveda. I wanted to share it with you. If diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. If diet is correct, medicine is of no need. And I think Ayurveda has it right on the dot. I'm sure you already know health issues are at a uh, great thing in our country. This is just to tell you why it is important, right? There are lots of children suffering from obesity, lot of children suffering from the lack of self-control that they don't know. When you see the cake, right, a lot of us said, I want to eat the cake quickly. So now if you look at it just beyond the food, it is a lack of discipline, the inability to say no, even if it is for a short period of time. What this does in the long run is it gives as they grow up. Even children with low self-control earn lesser money as they grow up. They have higher criminal records and even chances of addictions. All it is instant gratification. I see it, I want it. Correct? You can apply that to everywhere else in life. And since we're talking about the food, it's the easiest one where you can build discipline. So don't think we're changing subjects. We're still in the physical domain. But if you can learn to have self-control against food, you can easily have it over everything else. Right? So this is essentially what we're teaching them. Now, hopefully you can see this little cartoon. One child has drawn it. I don't know if I have to move the chat box so you can see it clearly. So this is a little cartoon one child has drawn, and is that you have to learn to say no to junk foods. And this is something you can encourage even your children to do at the end of the class. Just understand that at this point of time, when you teach the children why this learning of self-control or keeping these things away from them is important, it is because these sugary things cause a sudden spike in the body. Okay, so you'll feel really happy, and then immediately you will feel really, really sleepy. So you can tell this story. This is something that happened to us, to me in particular, when I was doing the Yuva Veer program. Is imagine if I gave you idli, if you like idli, for example. I'm giving you still a sattvic example. If I gave you idli 3 times a day for a whole week, how will you like it? Hands up or down? Down? Yeah. Some of you are like, maybe okay. Now you can ask this, no. Now you ask this to the children, okay? They like whatever food. They like puri or they like burger or pizza. 3 times a day, same thing, they have to eat for 7 days in a week. What do you think they will say? Do you think they'll say, yay, I love it? Or will they be like, no, Ma? You might have both reactions. What do you think? Hunger strike, no way. So some children will be like, yay, yes, miss, I want no separate side dish and all. Same thing only. Same burger means exact same carbon copy 3 times a day, 7 days. Some children to Suma, make fun of you will say, yes, I love, I will eat it. I will eat it 3 times a day, 7 times, 7 days in a week. And then you can ask them, great, this is nice. If you like it, do you think your body will like it? How will your body be after eating pizza or burger 3 times a day at the end of 7 days? What will be your body's feeling? Huh? How will your body feel? Will it feel like light and healthy? Or will it feel, oh my God, what have you done to me? Fed up, absolutely. You will feel like a drum potato. I love the example. You will feel like this huge potato illness, and you'll be like, you will feel so dull. So, this is the thing, your tongue might like one thing. Does your body like this? Body will go on strike. I love it. I'm so glad you're saying this. Your tongue might like one thing, doesn't necessarily mean the body will like it for a long time. So, so you can teach it to them like this. Everything is okay in moderation. Don't eat it too much, because if your tongue might like it, your body might not like it for you. Okay. So this is essentially how you will teach it to the children. Um, and oh, you're having delay. Sorry, I will talk a little bit more slower. What you can do for the activity of this is have food pictures, and say go slow and whoa. What that means is like this red, yellow and green of the traffic signal. No, you can make these cutouts of these three, and then you can tell, or you can ask the children just to say the words if you don't have time to make these cutouts, and say, if I eat pizza, what will the body say? And then they can say, it says whoa or no, something like that. If I eat salad, what will the body say? Or you can say, if I say cucumber juice, or I don't know, whatever they like, mango juice, what will the body say? Go. So you can give these options to these kids so that they learn what it is. Go essentially is for all healthy foods. You can see my cursor here, right? Oh, sorry, I went forward. All healthy foods, salads, fruits, dal, anything that is healthy. Everybody knows what is healthy. I don't have to tell. Um, Foods that can be taken slow, that means once in a while. Foods that are unhealthy is no. Soft drinks, all of these are like really unhealthy. Maybe once in a year, if you so desire. Or 80%. If you want to think of it, I will go into this again a little bit deeper in the last lesson. Anything packaged is slow or no. Anything that's coming from a box is slow or no. Packaged, put in tins, has been kept on the shelf for many months is slow or no. That's as simple as the rule that we can teach them and teach them in this class. So as teachers, we familiarize them with these different categories, and you can create a system. Okay, maybe like you can ask them, open your snacks box, and now you tell me, please understand, this is not shaming the food. If somebody has bought something really unhealthy, it's not to make them feel bad. This is so important. Children shouldn't feel bad about it. It's like saying, this is slow. So you had it now, once you eat it, no problem. In the next 6 months, try not to bring it, or something like that. You can tell them. So it's also a way not to make a child feel bad. You can also have these poster making competitions like the ones that I've put here. These are actually posters made by little children about food and how you are eating it or it is eating you in the long run, right? So these are some nice fun activities that you can do. And then notice over the week, are they choosing the healthy option, and do they follow the 80% rule? Cool. Okay, so this is lesson 2 about self-control, learning to control the tongue and taking away all unnecessary, learning to go slow or woo when there are temptations around us. Okay, I will come to this lesson in a second. I want to go to the last lesson. This is class 4, lesson 2, which is on Sattvic, Rajas and Tamasic foods. It is a follow-on to what we are just doing. So let us go to that, because it will follow on nicely for your mind to understand. This lesson is on we are what we eat. Since you already finished this in 3rd standard, all of this will be very easy to teach in 4th standard, because they've gone through this process and they will understand it a little bit more. Okay. So we are what we eat essentially brings food into 3 categories: sattva, rajas, and tamas. Have you heard these words? Yes. Do you know what sattva, rajas, and tamas means? Yes. 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 If it is no, tell no also, no problem. Okay, I'm happy to explain. Okay, predominantly all are saying yes. Great. Oh, it's okay. Some doesn't know. Okay, for the one who don't know, it's fine. Don't feel bad. This class is about clarifying. Sattvic foods are foods that make you feel light. Rajasic foods are food that make you get active. And tamasic foods are foods that make you be dull. Okay, to think of it in your mind, same thing. If you eat a salad, how will you feel? light and healthy. If you eat like spicy food, you will be like, or drink coffee. Coffee is a Rajasic food, makes you like active. No? And then tamasic food is, imagine instead when you came to for today's session, if you ate one huge biryani, you will be sitting like this in the class. So how does tamasic food make you feel? Very sleepy. So it's essentially to break this category down. Um, and to understand that the type of food we eat influences our personality and our minds. What you eat is what you become. So become sensitive to the effect of the food, something that we just said, and reframe your diet to make it predominantly sattvic. See, we are all living in this day-to-day world. You do not tell them just eat sattvic food. If somebody is an athlete, they need to add some rajasic food to their food as well. And tamasic food, if somebody is not able to sleep, they need to add a little bit of tamasic food to their diet. So all in balance. Remember our 80% rule. Um, so sattvic food can help you feel light, enthusiastic, and energetic. And you might ask me, what is the proof? And that is what we discussed, right? If you eat a big biryani and sit in this class versus you had something light, like two rotis, like somebody said, no, wheat roti and dal, you'll be a lot more alert in the class. So food definitely has an effect on your body, correct? So you might say, great, this is the feeling, but what is the science? What is the proof? And this is something you must also wake up to. If you eat food, I mean fruits, sorry, you all eat food. The digestion time for fruits is 3 hours in your stomach. Okay, here you can see, stomach, small intestine, large intestine put together. It is 3 hours. Then vegetables is 6 hours. Grains, this is your roti, your chapatis, your rice, basmati rice, dal, channa, all of this takes 18 hours. This means today morning sambar is still getting digested in your stomach. Yesterday night's channa, for example, is getting digested now. 18 hours just for dals and greens. If you add packaged food, anything that comes out of a packet takes almost 24 to 32 hours to digest in your stomach. The burger you ate yesterday will be digested tomorrow. It is that bad. And you might say, that's okay, it's happening inside. I don't know what it is. What is the big deal? If you're sharing this with children, they might say, what is the big deal, right? You can ask them, keep a banana outside in your, it'll get black in about 2 days. But sometimes we keep rice around for 2-3 days, nothing happens. This is what is happening inside the body as well. This is a nice way to explain it to the children. So your body is actually one big dustbin of yesterday's food. Does that feel nice in any way? What do you think? Do you want to be a dustbin of yesterday's food? And this is just for you. This is fourth standard children, so you can't share this. But you must understand, burgers and pizzas, they say there is one study that recently showed it almost takes sometimes some 1 month to break down in your body. 1 month. That means what you ate 1 month ago is just still like those undigestible foods, processed food with lot of chemical. Like if you see it on the back of the packet and has lots of processed things, 1 month. How yuck is that your body is turning into one garbage can of all of this? So you must awaken the children. You can show them these charts, okay? Sattvic foods are predominantly healthy, clean. Rajasika things like bread, some chilies, all of this, onions, garlic. You'll see, we add it less in our diet. We don't add too much of it. And tamasic foods is old foods, stale foods from yesterday. And the diet should be made here. This is also a very nice chart. It's pictorial and you can show it to the children. Fruits, vegetables, oils and water. Sun also. And then this is our regular diet. Tamas is this. Coffee and chilies also fall into Rajas. And then all of this, anything packaged is very bad for you. Okay. So since you've understood this very well, I think it is time for a test, teachers. So what do you think tamarind is? Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic? Have a guess. You can say S, T or R if you don't want to type the whole word. S. R. Acha. Okay. T. Hey, like this, if you give S and T, look at this. Very smart, some of you are. You only get one answer. Okay. Rajasic, Sherry. Okay. Keep your answer in mind. Write it down. We will check whether you have understood Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Chili, you tell. Chili is easy. Rajas. Very good. Pizza. I just told you, takes 1 month to digest. Tamas. Super. Onion and garlic. That also I told you. Rajas. Onion garlic is mostly Rajas, okay? Sweet potato. Sattva, very good. Yam. Also. Green leafy vegetables. Easy. Lady's finger. What about buttermilk? Very good. You all have understood it. You know the category is brilliant. This is it. You can do this with the children and show different foods and ask them to categorize it. So these are how it is. Tamarind and chili actually forms into rajasic foods. It activates something in you. In little bit it is okay. That's why we add it in our diets. Onion and garlic is tamasic. Sweet potatoes and all of this are all sattvic. Green leafy vegetables is sattvic or tamasic. Oh, it is not tamasic. It is normally only sattvic. Sorry, that is a mistake. Unless you eat green leafy vegetables that were in the fridge for the past 10 days, then you cooked it and made poriyal, then it is definitely tamasic. Understood? So food should be consumed between 4 hours. So it's not to criminalize food, but to give people the option to choose healthy, to tune in the body, as I said, versus the tongue. And that's so that is what this lesson is about. I have a few more minutes. I'll quickly finish the last lesson for today. Quickly, I won't take too much time, so I give you time to ask questions. The last lesson is this one. It's about Abhimanyu. You all know Abhimanyu's story. Everyone knows who Abhimanyu is. Who is Abhimanyu? Don't tell the boy in your class. Whose son is he? And how did he die? Arjuna's. Amazing. How did he die? In the war is a very general Chakravyuha. Thank you. Very nice. Don't tell in Kurukshetra in the war and all. That is general answer. Okay. Son of Arjuna and Chakravyuha. Brilliant. This lesson is about that. Okay. This lesson is about Abhimanyu, but the lesson is about being quick. That when the Kauravas challenged the Pandavas and Arjuna and Krishna were far away, the Abhimanyu at the age, I think he was like, I think about 17 or something at this point of time. I could be wrong. 16, thank you. At this point of time, he accepts the challenge immediately. And he's like, you don't worry, I will do it. I know how to break this war formation. And he will go ahead and the other 4 Pandavas will be there right behind him. And as they are breaking and going through this round formation, you can see here, no, Chakravyuha looks like this. As they are going, they will try and cut off each of the other 4 Pandava brothers. And suddenly at a certain point, Abhimanyu will be like left literally on his own inside at the very middle. And the war will get into stuff. All the Kauravas will get scared at the valor with which Abhimanyu is fighting. Once you read the story, I request you to read a little bit more so you can tell it with that much detail, okay? So all the Kauravas will get so anxious at how Abhimanyu is fighting that at the age of 16, he's able to fight so well. It is said that in the original Mahabharata, no, he's able to keep away every Kaurava at bay. So much so that somebody has to go. Who is the somebody? Karna will go from the back to cut off Abhimanyu's bow and arrow and then breaks his chest, his armor, and then that is essentially how Abhimanyu dies. You can tell the story in a lot more detail, but the essence of the story is how agile he was. That even when he was on his own, his training had given him so much agility. Agility essentially means 3 things: strength and speed, coming both together. Okay. And at the age of 5 and 8, children must be exposed to these kind of movements. And you will know this, when they grow up older, they're bumping into things, they're falling into things. When you throw the ball, they're not able to catch it. This is mind-body coordination. The mind is seeing the ball, but the hand is not able to grab it. This is what agility means. So this is why this lesson is really, really important. They enhance the athleticism of the child. And have you heard of this word, proprioception? Anyone heard of this word? I have given the example. No? It's a very new word that is coming into physical development in today's world. And it is our ability to sense location and movement and actions. Okay. It means able to look at one thing and without looking, being able to take care of something. So if something is falling just by the side of your eyes, you're able to see it and grab hold of it. So this is called proprioception. It is a skill that the ability that we want a lot of children to have. Okay. And how you can tell this to the child is, do you like sports stars? How quickly are they able to judge which way the goal should go, or how they should hold the bat, or how a tennis star should aim her tennis racket? So that is the skill that we're learning to get through this lesson. And sixth sense, kind of a sixth sense. So this know, feel, do is essentially they should learn to feel flexible and have a sense of well-being in their body, and they must practice physical exercise. So I'll give you the activities that we did. Where is the mouse? Here, sorry. Simple games. Again, as I said, it's a physical development class. Don't make it very lecture. I'm sorry, this is a little lecture. I wish you were together. We would have played more. Have one child in the center as Abhimanyu. Give like 2 cardboard pieces or 2 books, and ask other children to bring like a paper ball. And you can throw in. His ability is to just like sort of block. This is one way that they can play the game. Okay. Another thing they can do is this. This you can try with me. Come on. Now you've been sitting for so long. We're almost at the end of this. Can you rub your belly and tap your head? Try. No tapping the belly. Rub. You wait. Tap your head and rub your belly. All are going like this. No making vada. No, no, no. Tap and rub. Good, good. Okay, some are getting. Another thing you can tell is ringing the bell. This is why puja is important for children. You understand? You ring the bell and show the aarti. Separate hands. It should not both go like this. You will see some parents do aarti like this, no? Because it's not able to balance the left and right brain. So these are some things you can do. Level 3 is this video. I will end with this because I'm almost running short of time. Just give me 1 second. I'll just open the video for you. Amma, wait 1 second. Okay, this is something you can set up along with the PT teacher. This is a really nice game. It's called Agility Ladder Drills, just to give the children something to play. There are 5 different things. Just running sideways, back and forth, hop, both legs. Outside and inside. Out and in. Like hopscotch. Okay, so this is something you can set up outside the classroom just with, like if you have enough, you can draw boxes and get these children to try. So this is something fun that they will learn how to be agile and quick. Okay, I have 2 more minutes. I will stop and I will let you ask any questions. Do you have any questions, any doubts so far?
Thank you, Rohini. Very, very nice session. Nice activities as well.
Thank you.
Very interesting.
A child born in Secunderabad. Humble were his beginnings. From a family with football influence, he started growing the passionate feelings. On he went to become the face of Indian football, a player a bit short but extremely smart. His hat-trick against Chinese Taipei will always be etched in our hearts. Then his video went viral, calling to us, his fans. The Mumbai football arena was packed. Since then, never has there been empty stands. Ahead of Messi, second to Ronaldo, a player with goals so majestic. That's our legend, our hero, Sunil Chhetri, Captain Fantastic.
So that's the video about Sunil Chhetri. He's amazing. The more you read about him, the more inspiring he is. So I hope you share his story with a lot of love. All right. Thank you, everybody.